Hello, hello. I'm hopping on early because my heart's racing and I gotta get my nerves out. Literally, my heart is racing. I don't normally get nervous for this stuff, but y'all get to see that even your leaders get extremely nervous, and we still have to get out of our comfort zones too. I have done hundreds of trainings and hundreds of live videos and all the things, and I'm still so freaking nervous. So that's why I hopped on a little bit early, so that I can get the nerves out. So say hello if you're on. If you're on the replay, comment replay. And we're going to talk all about recruiting wide and mentoring. And it's so funny too that I'm so nervous, because literally I have trained on this same thing like 14,000 times, and it is the one thing that I'm most passionate about in this business. But yet here I am with a 90 beats per minute heart rate. Oh my gosh, so funny. And y'all are the same people that I always train, so it's like, why am I so nervous? But if we let fear hold us back, we wouldn't be very well off, and all the good things wouldn't happen. Hey y'all, thank y'all for hopping on. I'm super excited about this week, and I'm proud of all of you who are still here and have been doing all the trainings and the homework. I know that y'all are seeing it all pay off already, and over the next few months it will continue to pay off. Usually what you're doing now, you're going to reap the benefits about 3 months from now, so keep that in mind. Yeah, that LTO launch did not help. That could have been part of it. Luckily, I only had one holiday hearth warmer, so that was I had Sense of the Season bundles and bars, but the holiday hearth, if I would have had more than one of those, I probably would have been like freaking out. All right, it is, okay, we have 1 minute. I thought it was one already. I have 5 pages of content, so I'm literally just gonna warn you now to expect this to be an hour long, because if you know me, first of all, you know I can talk for days about this topic, but for any training, it's just a lost cause. I can't just do a short training, like it's not a thing, and I've just given up on it. It is what it is. It's just how I am, so. Awesome, yeah, focus on that PRV and your customer base, because that's the foundation. You gotta have a strong foundation, a big customer base, not necessarily a big customer base, but a healthy, growing customer base before you can really get to the recruiting part of things. Not that you can't have sponsoring conversations with all of those people, but eventually you're gonna run out of people if you're not growing your business every single week, every single day. All right, y'all, it's 1 o'clock. We're gonna get started, 1 o'clock my time, wherever you're at. It's time. It's time to talk about recruiting wide and mentoring, and I think I'm gonna have to sit on my knees because I'm weird and I have to be comfortable, and my husband makes fun of me because of the way I have to sit. But it's comfortable to me. And you're lucky I put on makeup today, so you're welcome. All right, so first of all, I'm going to introduce myself. For those of you who may not know me, you probably all know who I am, but if you don't, my name's Morgan McGee. I'm your Superstar Director, and I have been doing Scentsy for 6 years now. I joined in September of 2014. I literally joined to get a discount, and I knew nothing about direct sales, absolutely nothing. We had no training available to us. We had a consultant guide, and that was it. So I didn't have a sponsor, still don't have a sponsor that is around to really talk to me at all. I'm completely self-taught. I taught myself everything from YouTube. So I found successful leaders in the company. I followed what they were doing. I made it my own and just did the things they were doing and learned from YouTube. So all of you who are consultants coming up, like newer consultants, newer leaders, just know that you're very, very blessed to have all of these resources and training available to you. And this program alone is amazing, but you literally have every tool out there that you need to be successful, but it's up to you to use those tools. So good. I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I seriously sit in the weirdest ways and it's comfortable to me. So a little bit about my background. I am a retired dental hygienist. I'm 28 years old. Am I 28? Yeah, I'm 28. Once you're like 25, it's like, I don't even know how old I am anymore. And I'm trying to like stay 28 and not get to 29, because then when I get to 29, I'm almost gonna be 30, and I don't like thinking about that. So like I said, I joined for discounts and extra income. We were living paycheck to paycheck. We were flat broke. My husband was in the Army, and we were newlyweds. I had only been a dental hygienist for like a year, maybe, if that long, probably like more like 6 months. And we were just, I wanted some extra income. I wasn't able to like go get my nails done or just buy little decorations for the house or whatever I wanted to buy for myself. And so I just kind of wanted some money of my own. So I just joined to have some extra income, and I didn't want a team. I told my husband the first thing I told him when I joined was I don't want a team. I don't want to sponsor anyone. I don't want that responsibility. Almost 1,200 people in my group later, here we are. And I'm training on the exact thing that I said I would never do. And it's the thing I'm most passionate about. So I think it's awesome. God works in mysterious ways. And had I been afraid to recruit, had I talked my first recruit out of joining like I tried to do, or gave her to my sponsor who is now no longer a consultant anymore, how different would my business look today? Who knows? All of you wouldn't be here. So it's crazy to think about what difference one person can make. So a little bit more about like things that I've earned. I've earned the Annual Mentor Award, which I'm going to talk to y'all about, and y'all are going to print off a tracker for and start tracking. That and the Annual Sales Award, you should be tracking both of those. But I've earned the Annual Mentor Award every single year since I joined, and that is earned by sponsoring at least 14 people, so 14 frontline, in Cincy's calendar year, so that's May through April, sponsoring at least 14 who promote to certified or higher, and you get a cash bonus for that, and you get awards like you see up here. So I've earned that every year. I've earned every single incentive trip ever offered to me. I think Disney World was our 11th. I don't even know at this point. I think it's 11th. But I say all that to say, if you are a strong recruiter and mentor, you'll earn everything. You'll earn all the things because you're doing exactly what you need to be doing in your business, and Cincy rewards that behavior. When you're doing things correctly and growing the way you should be, they reward that. Trips and these Annual Mentor and Annual Sales Awards are given to you for working your business the way you're supposed to work it. So I'm here to talk to you about all the things: recruiting, mentoring, give you tips, give you all the things. We're going to talk about servant leadership. We're going to talk about being a leader that people love to follow. And even if you are, even if you're not a leader yet, even if you don't have a team member yet, you're still a leader. You're the leader of your business, and you are leading the way for the people who are following you on social media, the people who follow you. UPS is here with my phone, so I'm going to have to sign for it, of course. I'll be back. on, Twitter. My dogs will shut up in a minute, I promise. Okay, let's get back to this. Well, I knew that would happen. Of course, my new phone comes right when I get on a training, so there's that. All right. So, what was I even saying? I do not know. Okay, so even if you don't have a team member yet, you are still a leader. You are still the leader of your business, and you lead the way to show people what is possible with this business. So, the first thing, let me see, is that the first thing I want to share? I don't think that is the first thing I want to share. Okay. I'm going to share something, but I'm going to do it later. I just decided this after I put it first on my notes. Okay, so the first tip first thing I have for you for recruiting is going to be show up and share your journey every single day. Show up every single day for your business. Show people that you take your business seriously, that you are a business owner and not a hobbyist, because if you're wanting to grow a team, you got to be a business owner and you got to shift your mindset and think like a business owner. So you're here to bless lives, recruit people, grow your team, help them reach their goals. That's what you're here to do, and build a big business. You're not here to be a hobbyist if you're wanting to do this full time. So, and that's why everybody's in this program, because you want to be able to build a full-time income with this business. And that takes growing a wide front line, which in the end will turn into a wide net of first-gen directors, which are going to be huge for your business once you are a director and above. So show up and share your journey every single day. Be someone that people want to be a part of what you're doing. People see you and they're inspired by you, and they love watching your journey, and they love seeing your success, and they love watching you grow. Those are the people that they're going to want to join you when they see that from you, when they see you showing up in your business every single day and see the passion that you have for this product and this business. When you have passion for something, it's going to shine. And if you have a true passion for it, you're going to show up every single day, and you're going to want to tell the whole world about this amazing product you have, this amazing opportunity that you have, and what it's doing for your life. And do not be afraid to share what Scentsy is doing for you. Don't be afraid to share what it's doing for your family financially, the things that it's allowing you to do with your family, the things it's allowing you to buy, the lifestyle it's allowing you to live, the change, the personal growth that you're having because of it. Maybe you have started finally caring for yourself and doing self-care things, and doing listening to podcasts, reading books, developing yourself as a business owner and a leader. Share those things with the world. Share those things. Share the things you're learning. If you read an awesome quote, or you read an awesome book, or you listen to an awesome podcast and you learn something, make a post. Go live, or share in your stories, or make a post with a picture and write that out. Teach it to people. Show them how you are developing yourself as a person and a leader. They're going to want to be a part of that, and they're going to see, okay, that's amazing that she's making these changes in her life. I could totally do that, and she could help me do that. You want people to see your leadership qualities. You want them to see that you're capable of being a good leader for them. And if you're showing up in your business every single day, and you show that maybe you don't have a team yet, but if you do have a team, if you're showing that you love your team and you're recognizing your team, people are going to want to be a part of that. So, even when you think nobody is watching you, they're watching you, I promise. Some people will take years to join or even approach you about the business opportunity. They might be silently watching you. One tip for the way that you can find out who is watching you is pay attention to who is liking and commenting on your posts. If you have someone consistently liking, sharing, commenting on your posts, you need to be reaching out to those people. because they're clearly interested in what you're doing. Maybe they just want to support you, but you'll never know unless you ask. You've got to ask. You've got to take advantage of every little opportunity given to you like that. As small as somebody liking your post, they could be a future director who builds directors underneath them and promotes to superstar director and is your first superstar director and changes your entire business. And they could be the difference in you making $1,000 a month and $15,000 a month because of one like on a post. It's that serious. So you have got to take advantage of every opportunity given to you to reach out to these people about this opportunity. Share valuable and shareable content outside of Scentsy. The thing that so many people miss the mark on as far as social media, and I'm going to talk a lot about social media because social media is everything. Literally, especially now that people aren't getting out as much as they used to. Social media is where you have to be, and you've got to learn how to use it. You've got to learn how to use it right. And there's so much more opportunity on social media than there is anywhere else. It's a free platform that you can grow your business every single day, grow your following every single day. And there's multiple platforms. It's not just Facebook, it's not just Instagram, it's whatever platforms you choose. For me, it's heavy Facebook and Instagram. Instagram stories and Facebook stories have been a game changer for my business. Facebook, I got a big following on because I did so many Facebook parties my first 5 years of my business. I was doing 8 to 10 Facebook parties every single month. And so that grew a really big following on Facebook. And so I have to make sure that I show up well on Facebook. But I also have a growing following on Instagram now. And I'm really learning how to use stories and just learning all about when you should post, what you should post, reels, stories, all the things. So you've got to be willing to adapt to change and evolve as a business owner, because it's just, you always have to be evolving as a consultant and a leader. But social media is where it's at, and it is the future. It is. So you've got to be learning how to use it. And Google and YouTube can teach you everything you need to know. But share valuable content outside of Scentsy. I don't know, so many people miss the mark and they just post Scentsy product and they post flyers and they just post, hey, I love this product, this is why I love it. But you are not a Scentsy bar. You are not a warmer. You are not a diffuser. You are a person, and that is what people have to see before any product or anything else. They have got to know who you are as a person, and they've got to have a reason to connect with you. So if you are that person who has just been sharing not even salesy, it doesn't even have to be flyers and things that are salesy. Even if you haven't been doing that, but you've only been, maybe you are a great shares person. Maybe you're great at sharing Scentsy and not selling it, but maybe that's all you ever post, or that's all that's in your stories. Nobody can connect with that. And like I said, you're not a Scentsy bar. You have to give people a reason to want to support you, and a reason to love you, and a reason to connect with you before they want to buy a product from you. Because they're not buying the product, they're buying you. That sounds terrible. They're not buying you. They're buying into you. You have to sell yourself, not the product, if that makes sense. So that is a huge part of recruiting. And I mean, I recruit around 40 to 45 a year on average, and it's all through social media. I very rarely have local customers. Like, we've moved 6 times since I started my business, and so I've just never really had a huge local customer base because I haven't, for one, stayed in one place for a long time. But usually I just have like around 20 locals on average. Here I've grown a good bit more, but if you want to grow your business solely on social media, I'm here to tell you you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but you're going to have to get out and work and talk and open your mouth. Open your mouth to open your business. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot either way. People don't realize how much time I spend planning my content for social media and how much thought goes into this stuff and how long it takes to type out a post. I mean, it takes a lot of thought and a lot of time. It's very time consuming, but I do it with intention and it works. It produces income for me. So you can build your business any way you want to. You can recruit any way you want to, but social media is absolutely the easiest way, honestly. And if you're doing online parties and you're adding all of those people at your parties, you need to be friend requesting every single person you come across. I don't care if they buy something from you through Facebook Marketplace. You need to friend them and you need to get them following you, and then you need to be a person they want to follow. So, I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've met through Marketplace just from selling something or buying something from them, and because I friend requested them, they started following me, got to know me, and then a little bit later, they're like, so what is this stuff that you sell? Because I think I need it. Because guess what? They started trusting me because they got to know me just through social media. Not because I even talked to them, just through social media. So it's the same way with the business opportunity. People they can join under anyone. They can buy from anyone, but why do they want to join under you? What makes you stand out to them? Are you consistent? Do you show up every single day? Are you passionate? Are you posting things about your family and your hobbies? And maybe you love to cook, so you share your recipes. That is valuable, shareable content. That's something that people want to see. That's something they want to share with their friends. For me, I'll do like reels of workouts that I like. That's shareable content. That's value. That's adding value to people's lives. They want to see that. I'll share random little Scentsy tips, but I'll also share random little tips. Like I shared not too long ago, I shared how I put my dog's medicine in a strawberry as a pill pocket, and it got so many likes and shares on Instagram. It was a reel because it's valuable and it helps. It helps solve a problem for someone. And so that's really what you need to be doing, is building your following around what you love and who you are, and let people get to know you as a person, and then they will buy the product from you, or then they will join you and buy your business opportunity from you. And when people are watching you over time, I'm telling you, they're seeing your growth. They're seeing how much you love this business. They're seeing you stick with it. They're seeing, okay, she is not quitting this. She must really love this. I need some of this in my life. And they will start asking you about the business opportunity. It's going to take a while. It's not going to happen overnight, having people coming to you, I promise. But like I said, friend everyone you possibly can on from Marketplace, anyone you come across. Marketplace, Facebook parties, bag parties. Get them on social media and following you. Don't get them on social media so that you can message them and be annoying salesperson lady, but get them on social media so they can start following you, and you can start following them and start commenting on their posts and building relationships with them that way, talking to them one-on-one, find something you have in common. Join Facebook groups for people who have like interests. So many people don't do this, and I'll tell them this and they're like, what? Join Facebook groups for people who have like interests and hobbies and people who are like you. That's your target audience, by the way. The people who you want on your team, the people who are like you, that's your target audience. That you need to decide what your target audience is and really concentrate on that. So whether it's stay-at-home moms, whether it's people who are very goal-oriented, whatever it is, you need to figure out that, and then figure out who you can meet that way, or who you can meet with those traits, and how. So, but join, like if you're a mom, join mom groups. If you're a boy mom, join boy mom groups. If you are a dog lover, German Shepherd lover, like me, join German Shepherd groups. Join home decor groups if you love home decor. These are just things that I love. But whatever you love, whatever your hobbies are, whatever interests you, join Facebook groups and start trying to meet new people through those groups. I mean, it's insane. You can't walk outside right now and just have this huge network of people that you could talk to, but on social media, you do have that. So if you're not using it, I promise you're shorting yourself so much. I literally have built my business to a 6-figure business on social media. Like 99% social media. So, so why do they want to join you? What are you sharing that makes them want to be a part of what you're doing? What are you sharing that is making them say, wow, I want to do that. That looks awesome. I relate to her, that kind of thing. So here's some tips for you. I hope y'all are ready to take notes because look, I'm still on the first page. Y'all gonna have all kind of notes. Share every single accomplishment of your own and of your team members. So anytime you earn an award, anytime you get recognition from your upline, anytime you earn anything, share it. Share it, share it, share it. If you're afraid that people are gonna think you're bragging, who cares? They're not gonna think that. They're not gonna think that. And if they do, they don't matter. They don't. If you have a friend who starts to turn more into a hater when you start being successful and they don't want to support you and be happy for you, those are not the people you want in your circle. I promise you. Those are not your friends. They're just not. So don't worry about what people are going to think. Don't worry about what people are going to think, because there's going to be so much more positive than negative. Post all the things. Be proud of your accomplishments. Be proud of yourself. Thank your customers. Thank everyone for helping you earn those things, and let them know you're thankful for them. Share photos and videos of events, trainings. This training right here. Share a screenshot of it, or share a video of you watching it. Like if you're watching it on your computer, or if you're on our team call that we do once a month, or our leadership call that we do once a month, video it. I always do that. I always video it, post it in my stories, and show people, look at this community we have. Look at what I'm a part of. Look how amazing this is. You need this in your life. Like that is what I want them to think when they see all these things. So post pictures when you go to Scentsy events. Post videos of whatever training you're on. Share the behind the scenes. I can't tell you how important this is. Share the behind the scenes of what you're doing when you're working your Scentsy business. If you're putting together mail for your customers, share a video of it in your stories. Go live on your page. Don't tell me you're afraid to go live, because just do it. Just do it. Just do it. We're going to talk more about that. About fear. But go live on your page and literally put together customer thank you mail while you talk to people about whatever it is you want to talk about. Show them what you're doing and how fun it is. Show them when you're making samples. Show them when you're putting together mail with glitter in it for your team. Show them all these things. Things. Why do I keep saying things? But seriously, show them behind the scenes. People want to see that. People want to see what you do and what they could be a part of. And I'm telling you, I've seen a difference since I've started sharing that kind of content. And you'll also get more, from my experience, you'll also get more goal-oriented people that way when you're showing like the behind the scenes stuff. Then you will get, because like if you're only showing product all the time, you're going to get a lot of people who just want to join for a discount. But when you start showing the business side of things, you'll get a different audience going. Okay. Share your hobbies and interests. Keep your social media 80-20. So keep it 80% like personal and good content, inspiring content, things that people want to share, things that you are passionate about, that you love, that are not Scentsy, and then about 20% Scentsy stuff. And when you do post, make sure it is you're sharing, not selling. Posting personal photos, posting personal videos, showing how Scentsy is helping you in your life and how it can help other people. So the things that you're accomplishing because of Scentsy, the things it's doing for your family, just share your lifestyle. People are going to see your lifestyle and see it evolving, and they're going to see that it's obvious that Scentsie's doing things for you. You don't always have to say, thank you, Scentsy, I got to do this. Just show that you're doing it. They're going to see. They're going to know that Scentsy is literally changing your life. So just share consistently. And go live. Go live. Like, every chance you get, go live. I don't care what you look like. Nobody cares what you look like. Shauna already talked about this last week. It does not matter. What matters is what's coming out of your mouth. What doesn't matter is what you look like. I promise you. What doesn't matter is what your background looks like. I promise you. I literally used to go live with freaking just sheetrock on my walls that was what do you call it? What do you call it? Taped and whatever we did before we painted them. Anyway, I used to go live with a dang hole in my ceiling. Like, we lived in a house that was being remodeled. We've lived in crap houses. We've lived in nice houses. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. What matters is what's coming out of your mouth. What kind of value can you add to people's lives? How can you connect with people? Go live. Let them see your face. Let them hear your voice. So much more effective than any post, photo, anything could ever be. They need to connect with you, because going live and connecting through your voice and your face is the next best thing to in person that you can get. So you got to connect with people. They like I said, they're not going to connect with a warmer. They're not going to connect with it mudded. Thank you. They're not going to connect with a product, but they're going to connect with you. And then they're going to see how much you love that product, and then they're going to need it in their life. Or they're going to connect with you, and they're going to see how much you love that business and what it's doing for your life, and they're going to want that for their life. Utilize stories. What I do is I use Instagram stories, and I have my Instagram linked to my Facebook. So anytime I post Instagram stories, it goes straight to my Facebook stories. Anytime I post something on Instagram, it goes straight to Facebook. So killing two birds with one stone. I love that. Facts tell, stories sell. That is why stories are so important. Stories is for people to get a look into your life, to get a look into what's going on behind the scenes, what you're doing with your family, what recipes you're cooking for supper, what you're doing on the weekends, what you're doing behind the scenes in your business. That's story content. That is what you put in your stories. So facts tell, stories sell. Stories sell because they allow people to connect with you and allow people to build a relationship with you. Utilize the new features when they come out on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Utilize the new features. You've got to learn how to use them, because like I said, social media is the future. It is the future of our business. And if you're not on social media, you're not going to get any Gen Z people coming in to your business. All these people that are younger than us, they are the future of our businesses. So you have got to reach these people. Hopefully that makes sense. And the last thing about social media is it does not replace one-on-one interaction. It does not replace having a conversation with somebody. Voice message every chance you get. I know for me, I hardly ever text. Like, I always voice message because I don't have time to sit there and text. Like, I need to be sending voice messages while I'm doing something else, or while I'm working, or while I'm doing dishes or cooking or whatever. Voice messages are everything because, like I said, they allow people to connect with you because they're hearing your voice. They're hearing the excitement in your voice. They're hearing the emotion in your voice. It's a huge deal. Like, you really, really, really need to be voice messaging people. Just go ahead and start making a habit of it. So yeah, social media is just a tool to help you grow your business. It does not replace one-on-one, but you can make it really work for you if you do the things that I told you. Consistency is key with recruiting. You'll hear me say that all the time. You'll hear all of your leaders say that. It's so true though. It's literally the most important thing, consistency. It just is. So if you have been catching yourself saying, I can't get anybody to join my team, think about how many people you've talked to about joining. Have you talked to 30 in the last month, or have you talked to 3? Because if you haven't talked to 30, then yeah, it's pretty normal that you haven't gotten a new team member. Consistency is key, and you got to talk to like 10 times as many people as you want to be recruiting, because only about 1 out of 10 will actually join. So you got to set those goals every month to say, I'm going to talk to at least 30 people this month. And don't stop there. God, so many people are like, I'm going to do 1,000 PRV this month. And then they hit 1,000 and they just stop. Like, why? Why are you stopping? Why aren't you pushing yourself harder? So why is it that when you check off your 30 people that you talk to, that you're saying, okay, I'm done? That's not how it works. You don't need to have a limit on how many people you're talking to about the business opportunity. Why can't I see the rest of your comment? Well, crap, I can't, but yes, voice messages save so much time. Like, I literally would not be able to respond to everybody that I can respond to in a day if I wasn't voice messaging. And it's so important for connecting with people. But consistency is key. You got to recruit the many to find the few. So that means you've got to recruit the quantity to find the quality. You've got to recruit 10 people to find the one person who's going to change your business, who's going to build a big business, who's going to change your paychecks forever, who's going to change your life forever, because they're going to work hard and build a big business. So hopefully that makes sense as well. You've got to recruit the many to find the few, and reach out to 10 times more people than you want to recruit. If you want to recruit 2 people in a month, reach out to 30 or more. It's facts. From somebody who recruits 40 people on average a year and earns annual mentor award every single year and earns every single incentive trip. That's all because of recruiting. I'm close to earning level 4 of the incentive because the sponsoring points I have are insane, because I've sponsored so many people and helped them recruit. That is how you do it, y'all. That is how you build a big business. So, like last week, the PRV week was so important because that is the foundation of your business. And if you don't have a wide network of customers, you're going to run out of people to talk to about joining. Your customers are your future team members. So you've got to find tons of them and be growing that customer base every single week, every single day. You've got to do something to grow your business. Okay, let's see here. Consistency, intentionality, being intentional, setting goals, making a plan. Don't just say, I'm going to recruit 2 new people this month. You need to know how many conversations you're going to have with people and how you're going to do it. What parties do you have that you can identify someone who would be a great team member? Maybe it's the host, maybe it's somebody else, maybe it's the host and somebody else. Think about, you got to have a plan. You can't just fly by the seat of your pants, and y'all know that. We've already gone over that in this program. And stop overthinking it. Stop overthinking it. It's so simple. So simple. Just tell the person, this business is amazing. Here's what it can do for you. Have you ever thought about doing it? That's literally it. It's so simple. It's fear that typically holds people back. And we can't be doing that. It's not going to serve you in any way possible. And it's not going to help anyone. And it's not going to help you for sure. So, just think about how can Cincy help this person. Point blank, period. That's it. How can Cincy help this person that I'm talking to right now? Are they a struggling stay-at-home, or are they a struggling single mom? Are they a stay-at-home mom who could use something to do to keep them from going insane or make them feel like they can contribute? Is this person, maybe this person makes a lot of money, but they buy a lot of Cincy. And I don't care if somebody does make a lot of money. That does not mean they don't want to join your team. I promise you. There's dentists in this business. Like, there's lawyers, there's doctors, it doesn't matter. It's not up to you to make that decision for somebody. It is your job to reach out to them, present them with this, tell them how it can benefit them, and let them make that decision. Never make that decision for anyone. So find a passion in helping people. That's what's going to make you talk to every single person about this business opportunity. When you find a passion in helping others and showing them what Scentsy can do for them, that is when the game is going to be changed. That's going to change your business. Christy, that's so good. Future over fear. That is so good. Y'all better write that down. Put it on your forehead with a sticky note. Nobody goes without a join combo. So join, host, buy. That is the method. It used to, back in the day, it would be like buy, host, join. No, join, host, buy is how you need, is the mindset you need to have with every person with every person you talk to. If they give you an order, you don't need to take that order without first asking them if they've ever thought about joining and why they should. Here's how much you would earn back on this purchase, or look, you're a Scentsy Club subscriber. You could have made $50 back in commission over the last 6 months. Why are you not doing this for your own discounts? Because here's the thing. Somebody can join just for a discount, and then they can turn into a superstar director. Their why may change. And set a goal and make a plan. Y'all should already have this done, but set a goal. It starts with the foundation of your business, like I said, which is PRV. High PRV equals a wide network equals high recruits. As long as you're holding yourself accountable to the join conversations and talking to all those people about joining, it's going to happen. Here's some questions to ask yourself, and I want you to write these down. How often are you sharing, and what are you sharing? And then think about, is that things that you would want to see on your feed? Is that things that would attract you to you? Or is that things that would make you hit the unfollow button? Or is that things that are just pointless and you don't really care about them? Or is it things that people are going to find value in and be like, ooh, that's good, I need to share that with a friend. Or, ooh, I need to follow her tomorrow and see what she posts tomorrow. Which one is it? And what is your brand? What is it that you want people to feel when they think of you? What is it that you want them to think when they think of you? Outside of Scentsy. Who are you? You're not a Scentsy bar, you're not a warmer. Who are you as a person? Think about that. And start sharing that. Start showing that to people. Start showing who you are. You are you for a reason. You are unique. And you're here on this earth for a purpose. You need to be yourself. Stop trying to be somebody else. Stop trying to do all the things that somebody else does. Look up to that person, use them as inspiration, and make it your own. Do not ever try to be somebody else. Because that's going to show through real quick. People are going to see right through that. All right, so mentoring. We're going to talk about mentoring. Hold on. Actually, hold on. I might show y'all. Man, my BAR report. I was going to show y'all my business analysis report. Which, by the way, business analysis report, you all have access to this. This allows you to break down your business month by month and see if your business is healthy, if it's growing, where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are. And it's found in your performance section. Not performance, sorry, reporting. It used to be called performance. Reporting. And then under sales reports, and then click on business analysis report. You can export it to Excel. You can print it off if you're a paper person and you want to like go through and make highlights to see where your strengths and where your weaknesses are. Maybe you have like a lot of certified promotions, but you're not getting any lead promotions in your downline, and so you need to figure out what you need to change to make that happen. It's really good. It's the best business tool you have access to, honestly. But that's your BAR report, and I was going to show y'all mine, but it's only going back to 2017 when I exported it, and the reporting tab is down because of the LTO launch. So I don't think I'm going to do that. But I do want to tell you, as far as like recruiting wide and income and all of that, I want you to set a goal of 10 frontline. And I want you to make that happen. And then when you get to 10 frontline, I want you to set a goal of 20 frontline. And then I want you to set a goal of 30 frontline. And then 40. And work your way up to your I would say long term. But long term is like 5 years and out. And this can happen way before that. So 100 frontline. As a leader, as someone who wants to do this full time, 100 frontline is going to get you a very good salary, very good income. You can have a 6-figure income with 100 frontline. I have 160 frontline, and my frontline bonuses are insane. I mean, last month from my lead consultants, last month from my essential and certified frontline. These are people I personally sponsor. Frontline is people you personally sponsor. Just from my essential and certified frontline, I made $2,000. So you're going to have a lot of hobbyists, and you're going to have a lot of people who are going to be essential and certified and stay there forever. And then you're going to have your newer people that you're recruiting consistently that are going to obviously be essential and certified, and then they're going to grow beyond that. But that is why it's so important to recruit 2 a month minimum. Use the 2x2 rule. 2,000 PRV and 2 new recruits every single month will get you to a 6-figure salary in 2 to 5 years. So $2,000 just off of my essential and certifieds. From my leads, I made $1,200. From my stars, I made $1,600. And from my, well, I'll just do those because the rest is kind of irrelevant right now. But that's how important it is to have a wide front line. I mean, if I had half of that, I would have made half of that, obviously. So you got to be consistent with your recruiting, because if you're not recruiting wide, if you're not recruiting the many, you're not going to find the few. And the few are the ones that are going to change your business. Like I made $7,000 for my directors and above last month. So those people who are building their own organizations, I would have never found had I not been recruiting consistently, or could have never found. And those are the people. Recruiting is really what you guys need to be focusing on right now. And then once you're a director and above, that's when you really have to start your developing leaders, coaching more, really focusing on that more. As a star and above, you should be coaching and developing leaders, but especially director and beyond, because you want more directors under you. But I mean, like I said, one person can change your business. So you got to recruit every single month. I cannot stress that enough. You should not be recruiting every 3 months. You should not be recruiting every 3 months. I repeat, you should not be recruiting every 3 months. You should be recruiting every single month. And if you're not, there's something wrong and you need to go back to the PRV week and make sure you've got that down really, really, really good. Okay? So mentoring is turning hope into belief. So when you're talking with your team members, when you have recruited them, you need to connect with them. You need to get to know them. You need to know why they're doing this. And you need to help them to believe in themselves, instill belief into them. Some people have nobody believing in them. They never have, they don't now, their spouse isn't supportive. They've got to have somebody on their side believing in them. And sometimes you have to believe in people until they believe in themselves. Sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. They just need that positive affirmation there, somebody believing that they can do this for them to actually do it, and for them to get out of their own head. Speak belief into people. Create a vision for them. Work with them based on where they want to be in life and in their business. Work with them, meet them where they're at, and help them set detailed, tangible goals for themselves and hold them accountable. Check in with them. Hold them accountable. If they fall off the bandwagon and they just have no work ethic and they don't want to work, then that's fine. That you did your job as their sponsor. It's not your job to work their business for them. It's not your job to make them do something. It's not your job to want this for them more than they want it for themselves. But it's your job to give them the tools. It's your job to train them. It's your job to work with them, help them set their goals, give them the tools, the resources that they need, be there to support them, be there to instill belief in them, be there to inspire them, lead them by example, do the things you expect of them. It can change somebody's life. Literally, it can change somebody's life if you just believe in them. But they're not going to know unless you tell them. You've got to make sure they know that. So if they are struggling or facing challenges, just assure them that that's normal and just help them see the vision. Help them get over those roadblocks or speed bumps. They're not roadblocks, they're speed bumps. Just speed bumps along the way that they can get over and keep on going. Pay attention to your team members' work ethic in the first 70 days. Your people that's a very good way, and I know Jill will talk a lot about this, so I'm not going to go too into this as far as like identifying leaders and who you need to work with, but pay attention to people's work ethic in their first 70 days, because those first 70 days are everything. People who are earning shooting star, sensational start, promoting to certified in less than a month, those are the people that are your future directors. They're literally like 40%, something like that, times more likely to promote to director. So I can't remember the exact number, but it's something like that. It's crazy. Part of your own, I already said that. Instill a positive mindset into them. Speak positivity to them. Speak positive affirmations. Help them to turn negative situations into positive. Help them to turn negative thoughts into positive thoughts. I was literally so negative when I joined this company. I grew up in an environment that was like negative mindset. And so that's what I learned. And that's just how I was. I looked at the worst in everything. I looked for the worst in every situation. I automatically went to the worst, most negative of everything. Now I'm right the opposite. It takes practice and a mindset shift. But the thing is, you have to be all of these things to be able to instill it in them. If you don't believe in yourself, if you're not your biggest cheerleader, if you don't believe that you can do hard things, if you don't see a vision for your own business, there's no way that you can lead a team. You can't teach these people something you're not doing. So you've got to practice what you preach, and you've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to be your biggest cheerleader before you can be anyone else's cheerleader. So, hold yourself to high standards so that you can hold others to high standards. Servant leadership. I want to talk about that. I want you to ask yourself, are you a self-serving leader or a servant leader? I'm huge on servant leadership, and I was not always this way. And my paycheck showed it, and my business growth showed it. I was always so focused on my goals and the income I was bringing in to support my family that I wasn't focused enough on what my team's goals were and helping them. That is where you build a big business and a big paycheck, is when you're helping others reach their goals and putting your goals as the secondary goal. Putting their goals first, your goals second. Because when you're helping them reach their goals, in turn, you're going to reach your goals. So, questions to ask yourself. Again, do you put your goals before your team members' goals? Be real with yourself right now. This may not be easy for you to hear if you're already a leader. It may not be easy for you to hear, but leadership isn't easy, and we've always got to reflect on what we're doing as a business owner, as a leader, as a person. Do you put your goals before your team members' goals? Do you recruit people just to earn a trip? Or are you only recruiting during incentive periods? Are you only focused on the numbers on your paycheck rather than how you're serving others? Are you in a servant leadership mindset? Are you in the mindset of how can I serve others? Or are you in the mindset of how can I hit this promotion this month? And are you only checking in with your team members when it's benefiting you? When you're about to promote? So, questions to ask yourself. Work with the ones who deserve your time, not the ones who need your time. And what I mean by that is the ones who deserve, the needy ones, the ones who need your time are the ones who don't want to work, the ones who want to suck you dry, the ones who want to take and take and take and take and never put in the work, the ones who expect some magical fairy Scentsy dust to fall out of the sky, and I don't know. I don't understand it, but there's a lot of people out there like that. They want all the things, but they don't want to put in the work. Those are the ones who need, the needy ones. Those are the ones who need your time. You want to work with the ones who deserve your time. Also, those who need your time, they aren't motivated, they aren't committed. Most of the ones who deserve your time, though, won't ask for your time. Because they're the self-sufficient ones. They're the ones like myself who is not going to ask for a coaching call. Who is not going to ask for help. I'm going to go look for it on my own. And I'm going to try to do it on my own. And a lot of people will suffer in silence and they will struggle without reaching out. So if you're not reaching out to your people who are working hard and who you see work ethic in and who are producing and who have potential, if you're not reaching out to them, they're probably not going to reach out to you, but you've got to reach out to them. They need you to help them grow and evolve and hold them accountable. Jill will talk more about all that. That's coaching. She will talk more about that. But I just wanted to throw that in there. And stop trying to be everything to everyone. Because you're not. You can't be. You're one person. You have a life. You have a personal life. And you have a personal business that has to come before your team. So stop trying to be everything to everyone. And start trying to be something significant to a few people. Because that's what's going to change your business. That's what's going to build leaders. That's what's going to build business owners that are going to change your business. Because 20% of the people are going to do 80% of the work. I honestly don't even know if it's 20%. I feel like it's more like 10% are going to do all of the work. So be something significant to a few people and stop trying to be everything for everyone. It's not possible. Be a leader that people love to follow. Make sure your team members feel these three things. Make sure they feel valued, inspired, and empowered. I don't know why I can't read y'all's comments. Like when I click see more, it won't show the whole comment. Oh, there we go. I got it. Yeah, exactly. But make sure they feel valued, inspired, and empowered. You need to have a heart to care. You have to love people. You'll never be a leader that people want to follow or anyone that people want to join if you don't have a heart to care and a heart for others and a heart to serve others and a heart to help others and bless people's lives. People will forget what you do and say, but they will never forget how you make them feel. That goes for team members. That goes for people who are following you, who might join you later, your potential recruits, the things you say to them when you're following up with them, which, by the way, you need to be following up with potential recruits every single month. And always be you-centered. So in your leadership, you want to be you-centered instead of me-centered. So what you-centered means is saying the word you, thinking about them all the time, making sure they feel those three things, the valued, valued, inspired, and empowered. Making sure they feel valued, making sure they feel inspired, making sure they feel empowered, and being you-centered. So things like, I'm glad you are here. I believe you are here for a purpose. You can make a difference. You matter. You have influence. Helping them to just believe in themselves. Tell them you see leadership qualities in them. Something I love to do is reach out to people who are killing it in a certain area. Maybe they're doing great at social media. Maybe they're doing great at parties. Maybe they have a tip that they need to share, but they don't feel worthy of it unless I tell them, hey, our team needs to hear from you. They need to hear what you're doing that is working for you. You need to share that. That's valuable. You have value to add to our group page. I want to hear from you. We all need to hear from you. Those kind of things. Empower people. Most people aren't just going to take the initiative and post something on your group page or your team page because they don't feel like they are worthy. They don't feel like they have any value to add. You have to make them feel that. The best leaders will help others see that they are important, not that the leader is important. My team page would not be what it is without all of you who are on my team. I know some of you are in my group, so you're not on my page, but my team page literally runs itself because y'all contribute to that community and y'all help others and you share how you're working with the How I'm Working hashtag, and you share tips and you answer questions and you love each other and you support each other and you cheer each other on, and it is a beautiful thing. That page does not even need me. So you need to make your team members feel that they are important and they have something to contribute so that you can build a strong community in your team. Be generous with your recognition. Recognize people. See them. Just see them. Let them know you see them. You don't have to send out mail. Just do something. Send them an email. Send them a text. Send them a voice message. Let them know you see them. Let them know you see how hard they're working. Be a good listener. That's so important for recruiting and for once you already have team members. Listen more than you talk. I used to be so bad at this. Like when I first started recruiting, I would get so excited, and I know it's already been an hour, but it is what it is. I used to get so excited and I would just word vomit. And I know so many people do this. You get so excited that somebody came to you and asked you for info on joining Cincy. So you just let them have it. You tell them your story. You tell them all the things that Cincy's done for you. You tell them, here's the commission you make. Here's how you promote to certified. Here's the Shooting Star Award. Here's the this and this and this and this and this and this. And then they're like, okay, never mind. So just don't word vomit. Just listen. Be a good listener. Here's what I do. I've been asked this so many times. Here's what I do when somebody comes to me and asks for info. My assistant came to me for info yesterday. She wants to join. She's going to join, which is really cool. I think that's really cool. But she came to me, asked me for info, and I said, here. send her the join page of my website. I literally just do that. I send them the join link of my PWS and say, here is all the info. Scentsy provides that. They have all of that. They have the FAQs. They have a video. You can personalize your join page with a video of yourself, which I have done on mine. I send them that, and then I say, let me know what questions you have. I let them do the talking. I let them ask me the questions, because why would you give somebody tons of info that they don't even care about or need? Maybe she doesn't care about incentive trips. Maybe she doesn't care about quitting her job. Maybe she loves her job. So I don't want to tell her all that stuff. I want to tell her what she wants to know so that she's not overwhelmed. And that is the key. Just listen. And listen to why people want to do this. Get to know them. Figure out why they want to join. What is it that Scentsy can do for them? Focus on them. It's not about you. It's never about you. And if you think that it is, it's going to be very hard to be successful in this business. It's never about you. It's always about them. Always about the customer. Always about the potential recruit that you're talking to. Always about the team member. Always about the team member's goals, not yours. What have I not went over? So in conclusion, as a leader, you need to, they'll be able to see it. This will be on YouTube. It will be on Brittany's YouTube channel. She has a playlist for this whole program. So all these trainings will be on there. But in conclusion, you need a heart to care. You need to care for others. You need a passion to inspire others, and you need a willingness to empower others. And you need the courage to be real with people. Tell them what they don't want to hear sometimes, and stop worrying about what they're going to think about you if you tell them that. I had a real hard conversation with somebody yesterday. Somebody who has come to me multiple times over the years and asked question after question after question after question. I've literally exhausted everything I have in me to give them all the info that I have. I have no more info to give you. I have no more resources to give you. You're not implementing them. And I had to tell her that. It's just the truth. People have to hear the truth, and that is leading with love. That is servant leadership, and servant leadership isn't always easy. Sometimes you got to have the hard conversations. I'm telling you, you will never stop getting outside of your comfort zone in this business. The more you grow, there's more comfort zones that you got to get out of. So you have to tell people how it is. You have to sometimes give them tough love. It's not always easy love. So I had to tell her, like, look, this is you. You've got to decide that you're going to do this thing. And stop asking the same questions over and over. Stop scheduling coaching calls and not showing up to them. Decide that you're going to do this. Figure out what your why is and what your purpose is. Something that's going to drive you to get up and work every single day and not say, oh, I'm posting twice a week on social media. Why is my business not growing? That doesn't work. You got to have something that's going to get you out of bed every single morning to work. I don't care. It doesn't matter if you feel like crap. That thing that you want so desperately to change in your life is going to get you up out of bed and make you work. Having a goal of, I want to make $500 isn't going to get you out of bed to work when you don't want to work. But having a goal of, I want to make $500 so that I can put my child in private school, because I never could go to private school as a kid, and I never had choices as a kid. I had to go to my mom couldn't put me in a better school even if she wanted to, because she couldn't afford to. Not that I didn't go to a bad school. My main thing was I couldn't play the sports I wanted to play. I couldn't be on the all-star cheer squad that I wanted to be on. In turn, I didn't get the opportunity to cheer in college like I wanted to because of money. That's what gets me up every morning. The fact that I have choices Cincy provides choices for my family. If I want to put my son in private school, I can put my son in private school because that's what's best for him and us as a family. I have choices. Building a legacy for my child gets me out of bed every morning. The fact that if I wasn't working, our bills wouldn't be paid and our family wouldn't eat gets me out of bed every morning. So you got to figure out, and you got to dream big and figure out what is going to get you out of bed every morning and what is going to push you past this fear you have of not talking to people about this opportunity. Because all you're hurting is yourself and them. You're robbing them of a better future if you're not asking them to join Cincy. So you've got to think about that. All right, we're almost done, I promise. So let's do an exercise. Not like a literal exercise, but like an exercise. Okay, so I want you to raise your hand high. Like as high as you can. Let me scoot back so you can see my hand. Raise your hand high. I know I can't see y'all, but I'm just going to trust that you're doing it. Now raise it higher. As high as you can. High as you can. Now raise it higher. You raised it higher every single time. You can do hard things. You can do hard things. When you reach a goal, when you set a goal for yourself, shoot higher than you think you can go. When you reach a goal, give it 30% more. Give it just a little bit more and go a little bit higher. You can do hard things. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. Stop being afraid of failure. People who are successful have failed so many times. I have failed so many times. I still fail. I still fail all the time. But pushing past your fear will create confidence. It will build confidence. Confidence is a learned trait. Confidence is not something that just happens naturally. Confidence is something that comes from somebody instilling belief in you, or you practicing something that terrifies you over and over. Used to, I could not even do a Facebook Live without being just so self-conscious about every little thing. Like literally, I would have been sitting there staring at this breakout that I have the whole time and been like, oh, that's all they're paying attention to. That's all they see. But I have built confidence by practicing over and over and over and over and over. Same thing with talking to people about the business opportunity. Same thing about doing a Facebook Live party that you're scared to do. Same thing about talking to someone in public or giving out a sample to somebody. You will build confidence as you push through your fears. Life begins where fear ends. When you get out of that comfort zone, that's when the magic happens. It literally, nothing good comes from your comfort zone. As soon as you step out of that comfort zone, that's when the good things are going to happen. I promise you. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So that's what I'm going to leave y'all with. And then we're going to go over your homework. So your homework has 3 parts. It's not going to have 3 parts if you don't already have a team. Well, actually, let's see. Yeah, it's still going to have 3 parts. Okay. So here's the deal. First thing, you're going to choose your sponsoring and mentoring systems if you haven't already from week 1. So there's a mentor sheet in the workstation, and I will post that in here when I get off. And there's also the mentor sheet is basically a sheet for all of your frontline that has all of their info on it. So it has their name, it has their why, it has their 15th day, it has their 70th day, I'm not a fan. I don't have time to write all that stuff down anymore, but when I was newer, I did. So feel free to do whatever works for you and what's going to take the least amount of time and what's going to just work best for your business. So there's the mentor sheet from the workstation, or there's a checklist for new consultants in our group Google Drive. So that's the one I love because I can just go on there, whether I'm on my phone or computer, and I can click on there. If somebody joins, I literally just type in their name and join date, and it calculates their 15th day and their 70th day for me. That's what I have time for, to work smarter, not harder. So so that's the first part of your homework, is to choose your sponsoring and mentoring system. So choose either that mentor sheet from the workstation or the new consultant checklist from the Google Drive. And you can download that, make a copy of the new consultant checklist in the Google Drive if that's what you want to use. Make a copy of it and make it your own. Add things, take away things, whatever you want to do to it. Make a dream team list. This is the second part of your choosing your mentoring systems. So you're going to make a dream team list. You can either use the one from the Google Drive that I use, which is great. Also, you can print those off. You don't have to do them digitally. You can print them off. So whatever works for you, but have some kind of dream team list. I don't care if you write it down on a piece of notebook paper, but you've got to have a way to track who you've talked to, who is interested, when you need to follow up with them, any notes that you need to know out to the side, like have you talked to them about Earn a Kit? Have you got their why for why they want to do this, so that when you follow up with them, you can say, hey, I know you're ready to get this and this and this going. Let's get this business going. Like, you ready to go? So dream team list. Pick one. I don't care what you pick, just pick something. And then figure out how you're going to train your new consultants. So I have a system for that. That's already been gone over. There's new consultant orientation. There's the training videos that I have on my YouTube channel that you can train your team members with. Just have some kind of training system. Train everybody the same, and then they have access to all the same tools, and then it's up to them to utilize those tools. That tells you right there from the get-go who's going to work and who isn't. Print off your annual mentor tracker. The annual mentor tracker is in the group Google Drive. It looks like this. You've got to have something you're working toward with your recruiting. You've got to. So print off the annual mentor award tracker. You can use that one, or there's one from Cincy that's also in the group Google Drive. And then set your goal for your sponsoring conversations for this week. I want you to have 10 sponsoring conversations, minimum 10. Hosts, talk to your hosts about joining, talk to your best customers about joining, talk to your neighbor down the street about joining, talk to whoever, 10 people minimum. I know this is a lot of homework, but newsflash, doing this full time is not easy. It's not, but it's worth it. Way easier than going to a 9-to-5 every day that you hate and having no freedom and not being able to take a vacation. Okay. 10 sponsoring conversations this month, at least. And when you're turning in your homework, you need to have names of people you had combos with, share screenshots and photos of your systems that you choose. So choose your systems, print off your annual mentor tracker, and 10 sponsoring combos. Send proof to your group message, your leader, whoever your group message is for your title. Send your proof. That's your homework. So I know this has been long. I'm done. But if y'all, I'm going to give y'all like 1 minute to ask any questions that you may have, and I'll answer them. And then we'll be done, and y'all can get to work. And I have a mosquito bite that is driving me crazy because we were in the woods this weekend, and they like my blood type, so they attack me, and this is driving me nuts. I hope y'all learned something from this. If you could give me a heart if you did, if you found some value in this, if you learned a gold nugget, I would love to know. When I'm done, I will save this video so that Brittany can put it on her YouTube channel under the Flash to Full-Time playlist, because we're going to have that for the future, and we'll be able to share this program with all of our team members in the future, which is amazing. amazing. So glad y'all learned something. All right, well, if nobody has any questions, y'all sure you don't have any questions? All right, guys. Well, I love y'all. I'm excited to see the successes y'all have this week. I'm excited to see all the comfort zones that are left this week. And I'm excited to celebrate some growth and some promotions with y'all. If you want to use paper systems but you don't have a printer, I mean, I would just ask somebody to borrow their printer or just draw something on a piece of paper. Like, just write a list. I mean, for the longest time, I just had a list of everybody on my dream team on a piece of paper, like notebook paper. I just wrote them down and then put out to the side notes that I needed to. Girl, you can do anything. I don't care what you do. As long as you have a system and you know who you've talked to and you know when you need to follow up with them, use Amy. I don't care. Use the Amy app. You can use that for potential recruits and it'll tell you when to follow up with them. You can make notes in there. You can filter it to where you can see only your potential recruits, so that can be your dream team list. Use Amy. I don't care. Just some kind of system. All right. Well, I will talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a great rest of your week. And I love y'all. Bye.